It is the battle of the Vinces for the state Senate seat in Atlantic County. The race between Democratic Assemblyman Vince Mazzeo and Republican and former Assemblyman Vince Polistina is expected to be one of the closest in the 2021 election. And now more on the Project Veritas tape that shows two campaign staffers for Governor Murphy saying on a secretly recorded tape that the governor plans statewide vaccine mandates after the election. Reaction now from Alex Wilkes, Communications Director for the New Jersey Republican Party. Thanks so much for agreeing to talk to us today. We wanted to get the topic of the day is the Project Veritas tape that came out late in this campaign, right before Election Day. Let me just get a general reaction to start.
Sure. I think that, like everyone watching that tape, we were surprised about what we heard. Basically, we heard a paid advisor to the Murphy campaign saying that Murphy was saving controversial actions like vaccine passports, vaccine mandates until after the election because he was worried that it would hurt his standing with independent voters. Now, he has been dropping some breadcrumbs all throughout the summer by stating, for example, that these types of things, the passports, for example, he said that the Bill de Blasio style passports that are in New York City were on the table. But we have serious concerns about that. I mean, that is something that, first of all, it's incredibly burdensome to our small businesses that have already been completely devastated by this pandemic. 1 out of 3 New Jersey businesses have closed their doors forever as a result of Phil Murphy's lockdowns. And it also disproportionately hurts minority communities who are, less vaccinated than other communities. So, we have a lot of concerns about this, but I think the main thing that we want to gripe with here is the transparency. If Phil Murphy believes so much in these ideas, he should run on them. He shouldn't have to hide them from voters until after Election Day.
I just spoke with someone from the New Jersey Democratic Party, and what they said about the tape is that it was selectively edited, that he has been, Project Veritas and O'Keefe have been debunked in the past, and that they then went to Jack Ciattarelli aligning himself, they claim, once again with a far right-wing organization. What is your response to all of that?
I mean, look, we saw the tape at the same time that everyone else saw it, and one of those things, it's one of those things where you can't unhear what's on the tape. And what is on the tape is an advisor saying that Murphy is withholding key information from voters until after the election. And I think that that is just reprehensible. If he is so proud of these ideas, then he needs to run on them.
They also claim that O'Keefe and his crew made a claim that 2 women that worked for the Murphy campaign, that their cars were hit. They called them and said, you got to get out to the parking garage, your cars are hit. When they got out there, they say they were accosted and harassed, and that the Ciattarelli campaign should denounce that. Are you going to denounce that?
Look, we had nothing to do with the gathering of this videotape evidence. I mean, I don't think anybody thinks that anybody should be harassed, but at the same time, the issue here is what we've heard on this videotape now that we are just under a week out from this election. That is the key here. We have learned that Governor Murphy is hiding something from voters because he doesn't think it's palatable enough for them to want to vote on before the election. He needs to come out and address that specifically. He needs to come out and explain exactly what it is he plans to do should he be reelected and what other things he might be hiding from us.
How do you feel about the campaign right now? Where are you standing?
Look, I think that there is a lot of energy out there for Jack. I have been traveling around the state on behalf of the state party, following Jack to various events, and there's a real natural enthusiasm out there. You're seeing it come from all over, from all different walks of life, non-traditional GOP voters in non-traditional places. Jack is truly showing up in places that Republican candidates haven't gone before, going door to door in Elizabeth, visiting shops in Newark. I this summer followed him around Union City in West New York, where he was speaking with Hispanic small business owners and attending the Cuba Libre movement, which Governor Murphy notably did not attend because he was worried about the blowback from progressive radicals. So I think that, Jack is making the effort. He is getting out there and people are responding to that.
The polls have been all over the place, but they have absolutely tightened. They showed Murphy with a 20-point-something lead in the beginning, and that has tightened. We had the Stockton poll a couple of weeks ago that it was within 6 points. But then this Monmouth poll comes out today showing that Governor Murphy is ahead by 11 points. Were you concerned about that?
Look, I think that poll is based on a flawed turnout model, and we're still evaluating it on our end. But in the past, Monmouth has not always gotten it right. They were wrong about 2 key congressional races in Iowa last year. And they were wrong about Congressman Van Drew. According to Monmouth, he would not be a congressman today. He would have lost by 6 points in the last election, when in fact he won by 6 points. So look, we know that the polls are getting increasingly hard, I think, to conduct as, more of the electorate shifts to different sources of information and sources of communication. And there have been real paradigm shifts within the electorate. For example, more South Jersey Democrats, self-identified Democrats, are actually voters who see more common cause with Republican ideas at this point. So I'm not sure that the polls, are in a place to really capture what we're seeing on the ground out there.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. And I know you got a lot of work to do by Tuesday, so good luck to you.
Thank you so much, Larry.
Alex Wilkes, Communications Director for the New Jersey Republican Party. Next on Jersey Matters.
We have a governor's race coming up on Tuesday, but that's not the only thing driving New Jerseyans to the polls this year. We'll have that story coming up next on Jersey Matters.